要保持我们在疫情防控期间已经养成的一些良好的卫生和生活习惯。
您正在收看的是《朝闻天下》。今夕大菜香天下，金山银山，美丽白山，大美不言，逍遥弥泉。中国制冷设备产业基地欢迎您。有品有味，静安白茶，滋养味美，太和乌鸡，味甘清香，广昌白莲，生态葡萄，绿色农产品，历史很远，身心很近。我在这里等你。奔腾向前，风光无限，亮丽内蒙古，奋进新征程。
朝天下，我们的新闻继续。昨天第133届广交会圆满落幕。本届广交会从4月15号至5月5号分3期举办。本届广交会累计进馆人数超290万人次，现场出口成交216.9亿美元，成就丰硕。
回顾本届广交会，不管是展览规模还是参展企业结构等多个方面，均呈现出诸多亮点。我们通过一组数字来盘点一下。
本届广交会是历史上规模最大的一届，首次启用了展馆地区，总展览面积从以往的118万平方米增至150万平方米，展位数量从6万个增至近7万个，线下参展企业从2.5万家增至3.5万家，新参展企业超过9000家。本届广交会紧贴市场热点，增设6个新题材，包括工业自动化及智能制造、新能源及智能网联汽车、运营通用品3个新展区，以及智慧生活、银发经济、检测和防护用品3个新专区，展区数增至54个，专区数增至159个。参展企业结构持续优化，生产企业占到了1半以上，民营企业占90.1%，是最大参展主体。本届广交会组织了品牌企业2000多家，加上拥有专精特新、小巨人等优质企业，共计约5700家，优质特色企业数量创历史新高。本届广交会线上参展企业超过3.9万家，线上上传产品超过300万件，其中新产品近80万件，绿色低碳产品近50万件。本届广交会进口展区从原来的2万平方米扩大至3万平方米，首次在3个展期设立进口展，来自40个国家和地区的508家企业参展，其中“一带一路”沿线国家和地区的企业占73%，实现境内外企业同台展示，融合发展。
下一届广交会，也就是第134届，将于今年10月15号举行。
相关招商招展工作均在稳步推进。
在广交会行政办公楼，工作人员已经收集好了本届广交会的亮点材料，准备发送给采购商们。
我们这设置了10几个馆，因为我们的宣传是分时段的。像现在的话，我们还是更多传递中国制造的魅力，中国创造的魅力。
广交会每年2届，分春秋2季举办，每届展期15天，分3期，每期5天。虽然展期一共30天，但工作人员与供采商家的接洽却是常年都在进行的。许多商家都是广交会长期签约合作的伙伴。眼下第134届2023年秋季广交会的招商工作已经开始稳步推进。广交会将继续沿用线上线下相结合的模式，举办贸易之桥系列活动，结合重点展区和新设展区进行精准宣传营销。
昨天，国新办举行新闻发布会，介绍中国与中东欧国家经贸合作及第3届中国中东欧国家博览会暨国际消费品博览会有关情况。
在新闻发布会上，商务部表示，由商务部和浙江省共同举办的第3届中国中东欧国家博览会暨国际消费品博览会将于5月16号至20号在浙江宁波举行。
主题为深化务实合作，携手共享未来，由匈牙利担任主宾国。在展会方面，本次展会设了中东欧展、国际消费品展和中东欧商品常年展3个展区，展览面积达到22万平方米。在活动方面，以经贸活动为主线，以科技、旅游、健康等多个领域27项重要活动。截至目前，已有7个中东欧国家政要以及13个中东欧国家驻华使领馆官员表达了随时出席意向，
是深化中国中东欧经贸合作的重要桥梁和平台，力争将本届博览会办成一届高标准、高质量、高水平的经贸盛会，打造展示中东欧特色产品，扩大自中东欧进口的独立平台，推动中国中东欧国家经贸合作高质量发展。
发布会上，商务部相关负责人表示，将多举措扩大中东欧国家商品对华出口。
商务部表示，本届中国中东欧国家博览会已吸引大约380家中东欧国家企业参展，参展商品涉及到智能制造、日用时尚、农食产品、旅游物流等多个品类。中国中东欧国家博览会作为中东欧产品的集中展示平台，将向中国企业和消费者提供更直观了解和体验中东欧产品的机会。
此外呢，我们还将鼓励和支持中东欧国家和企业参加进博会、消博会等等在中国举办的各类展会，扩大中东欧产品在中国的知名度。
商务部表示，将加快推进召开与中东欧国家的双边政府间经贸联委会和混委会，加强双方贸易政策协调和磋商，促进行业交流沟通，推动解决中东欧国家包括农食产品在内的对华出口的诉求，发挥跨境电商的优势。我们已经成功推动中东欧产品登陆中国国内多家电商平台，不少中东欧企业还通过直播带货的方式吸引中国消费者的关注。
继续鼓励地方英语示范。商务部呢将继续支持浙江宁波等地高标准建设中国中东欧国家经贸合作示范区、产业合作园区，在海关贸易安全、公关便利化合作等方面开展先行先试，吸引更多中东欧企业来华投资，深化双方在汽车、数字、绿色、健康等领域的产业互考。
商务部相关负责人介绍，自中国中东欧国家合作机制建立以来，双方贸易合作取得了长足进展。中国已经成为中东欧国家重要的贸易伙伴和进口来源国之一。
从商品结构来分析，基建产品已经占中国与中东欧国家进口、出口商品的比重均高达70%左右。这表明中国与中东欧国家贸易产品的附加值和科技含量比较高，体现了双方贸易合作的高水平和含金量。
我们分析了去年全年的数据，那么中国对中东欧国家出口的商品主要包括电机电器设备、机械器具、车辆及零附件、家具寝具等。中国自中东欧进口的商品呢，主要是车辆机器零附件、电机电器设备、机械器具、光学等精密仪器设备、红彩木制品等等。
从增速来看，今年1季度，我国自中东欧国家进口的增速较快。中国和中东欧国家是构建“一带一路”的重要合作伙伴，都处于全球产业链、供应链当中的重要位置，经济互补性强，互联互通顺畅，双向投资活跃，这些积极因素都有力促进了双方贸易的快速发展。近期，多家欧洲企业高管纷纷来华，亲自推动对华合作项目，展现了在华投资发展的坚定信心。欧洲企业积极参加中方举办的进博会、消博会、服贸会等重要展会， 法国已确认担任2024年服贸会和进博会主宾国。
下一阶段呢，双方将在数字、绿色、新能源等领域深化合作，共同维护以规则为基础、以世贸组织为核心的多边贸易体制，维护全球产业链、供应链安全稳定，携手为世界经济增长贡献力量。
更多消息在每周简讯。
为持续强化政风肃纪，中央纪委国家监委网站昨天推出了2023年5·1端午期间4风问题监督举报曝光专区，并通报了首批5起典型案例。今年，中央财政进一步优化完善义务教育经费保障机制，2023年安排1560亿元，比上年增加115亿元，重点支持地方提高学校生均公用经费基准定额以及寄宿制学校公用经费补助水平，同时落实好城乡义务教育学生免除学杂费、免费提供教科书、家庭经济困难寄宿生补助生活费等政策。中国人民银行昨天表示，香港与内地利率互换市场互联互通合作初期先行开通北向互换通，交易将于2023年5月15号启动。初期全市场每日交易净现额为200亿元人民币，清算现额为40亿元人民币。4月份，农业农村部监测的28种蔬菜全国平均批发价为每公斤4.87元，环比跌8.5%，同比跌9.0%。随着4月份气温回升，北方设施蔬菜上市量增大，供应能力逐渐增强，因此蔬菜价格呈现季节性下降。农业农村部近日印发关于公布第一批国家水产育种联合攻关计划的通知。第一批国家水产育种联合攻关计划选取了南美白对虾、红鳟、斑节对虾、虾夷扇贝等7个重要养殖品种为攻关对象，采取科研单位加企业联合攻关的形式。长江海事局决定2023年5月5号上午8时起，解除长江中游7公里水道嘉鱼水道单向通航交通管制，标志着历时255天暂铺单向通航管制后，长江干线全面恢复双向通航，畅通了长江物流运输大动脉。
您正在收看的是《朝闻天下》。
昨天，国家医保局公布了2023年1季度化成1比9亿直接结算情况。
随着基本医疗保险化成1比9亿直接结算接到流程正式落地实施，全国第一的1比9亿备案线上服务今天拓展，化成1比9亿直接结算规模增长迅速。
化成1比9亿直接结算是指参保人在看病就医之后，直接在就医地结算相关费用，依法评估担保部分，患者急需缴纳个人负担部分，可以解决参保人费用报销往返不出、手工报销时间短期长、手续办理复杂、自行垫付自己医保等痛点问题。根据国家医保局公布的消息，目前所有职工医保和居民医保参保人，无论是长期异地居住的随迁劳动力、出省打工的劳工、灵活就业和新就业形态劳动力，还是有临时来港的需要的人，均可以办理1比9亿备案，在跨省联网定点医疗机构享受住院费用跨省直接结算。2023年1季度，全国住院费用跨省联网定点医疗机构达6.75万家，住院费用跨省直接结算212.5万人次，减少个人业258.7个亿，有效减轻患者垫资压力。
基本医保门诊待遇包括普通门诊、大手术、疾病、特殊疾病等。
1季度2类门诊费用跨省直接结算在范围进一步扩大。
门诊就医的频次和结算量要远高于住院，对时效性要求高，且各地门诊报销政策有差异，对全国医保信息系统的支撑能力、运行稳定性和经办服务能力提出了更高要求。国家医保局公布的消息显示，目前所有统筹地区都开通了普通门诊费用跨省直接结算服务，和高血压、糖尿病、恶性肿瘤门诊放化疗、尿毒症透析、器官移植术后抗排异治疗等5种门诊慢特病相关诊疗费用的 跨省直接结算服务，每个县都有1家以上普通门诊费用跨省联网定点医疗机构，5种门诊慢特病费用跨省联网定点医疗机构也在进一步扩大。2023年1季度，全国门诊费用跨省联网定点医疗机构达36.44万家，门诊费用跨省直接结算1742.09万人次，减少个人垫付28.4亿元。其中，普通门诊费用跨省直接结算1260.83万人次，减少个人垫付19.34亿元；门诊慢特病费用跨省直接结算31.49万人次，减少个人垫付2.8亿元；跨省联网定点零售药店直接结算449.77万人次，减少个人垫付6.26亿元。
为了方便患者异地就医进行备案，国家医保局持续优化备案服务，建立了全国统一的线上备案渠道。
1季度通过线上渠道办理的备案就超过171万人次。
目前，所有职工医保和居民医保参保人员均可通过国家医保服务平台 APP 和国家医保局微信公众号实现跨省异地就医线上备案。2023年1季度，通过国家统一的线上备案渠道，成功办理备案达171.05万人次。同时，进一步拓展在线查询功能，从跨省联网定点医疗机构、医保经办机构咨询服务电话、评级公告大众化信息查询服务，逐步拓展到个人参保地门诊慢特病资格、门诊慢特病跨省联网告知书、个人跨省结算费用的个性化信息查询服务。
您正在收看的是《朝闻天下》。中国制鞋产业基地，河南嵩县。
好曲酿好酒，口子窖采用多区并用发酵工艺，3香5味，妙然天成。口子窖自然兼香，非同凡响。如歌岁月，花样年华，走遍大地神州，最美多彩贵州。
山西长治，壮美太行。
老子故里，河南动力欢迎您。格力宝兴科技，做猪营养，长久新鲜，一周都吃新鲜肉，果蔬鲜亮如初，冰箱就该如此保鲜。格力金红冰箱系列。
孩子发热、咳嗽，妈妈揪心，中药抗病毒儿童药康元牌金镇口服液，退热止咳祛痰，甜甜的，专为儿童研制，宝宝健康。
我们再来关注俄乌冲突的最新战况。俄罗斯国防部5号发布战报称，俄军摧毁了恰索夫亚地区的一座桥梁，乌军使用这座桥梁向巴赫穆特守军运送武器弹药。此外呢，俄军在库皮扬斯克、胡利曼、多涅斯克等多个方向发动攻势，打击乌军人员以及坦克、装甲车等装备。俄防空部队击落乌军2架苏-25战机。
乌克兰军方同一天通报称，在过去的24小时内，乌军击退了俄军在胡利曼、巴赫穆特等多方向的多次进攻。乌克兰多地也遭到了俄导弹和火箭弹打击。乌空军对俄军人员和武器装备集中区实施了多次打击。乌导弹和炮兵部队对俄军弹药库、防空系统等目标实施了打击。
俄总统新闻局3号发布消息称，乌克兰方面当天凌晨企图用无人机对克里姆林宫俄总统官邸发动袭击，但被俄方成功拦截，未对克里姆林宫内人员和财产造成损失。
俄罗斯外长拉夫罗夫5号表示，克里姆林宫遭无人机袭击是敌对行为，俄方将采取实际行动予以回应。
拉夫罗夫5号当天在印度古阿参加上海合作组织成员国外长会时表示，乌克兰在美国的许可下实施了对克里姆林宫的袭击。
Это ясно было враждебное. Совершенно ясно, что без ведома хозяев киевские террористы совершить его не могли бы. И мы будем отвечать не разговорами, а рассказывать Израилю.
克里姆林宫遭无人机袭击事件发生后，美国与乌克兰方面都否认参与其中。同一天，在被问及鉴于美国否认参与无人机袭击克里姆林宫事件，俄美之间是否有可能进行某种沟通时，俄总统新闻秘书佩斯科夫表示，为了实现俄罗斯的目标并确保俄方利益，任何一种沟通都是有可能的。佩斯科夫强调，如果有必要，俄美将继续沟通。
俄罗斯总统普京5号召开联邦安全会议常务委员会会议，讨论庆祝卫国战争胜利日的相关问题。1945年5月8号，当地时间午夜，法西斯德国在柏林郊区正式签署无条件投降书。此时的苏联已经是5月9号凌晨。苏联4次将5月9号定为卫国战争胜利日。现在，卫国战争胜利日是俄罗斯最隆重的节日之一。这一天通常在莫斯科红场上举行盛大的阅兵仪式。本月3号，紧邻红场的克里姆林宫遭2架无人机袭击。俄罗斯总统新闻秘书佩斯科夫4号表示，9号的胜利日红场阅兵将照常进行，不受无人机袭击事件影响。
俄乌冲突爆发后，欧洲对俄施加多轮制裁。但制裁产生的外溢影响令欧洲通胀高企，经济持续承压。当地时间5号，欧盟统计局发布数据显示，欧元区3月份零售销售同比下降3.8%，环比下降1.2%，大幅低于市场预期。
欧盟统计局指出，目前欧洲多国通胀水平持续高企，同时欧美近期多次加息，导致民众实际收入下降，偿债成本上升，购买力受到限制，这是欧元区当前零售业萎靡不振的根本原因。德国零售业协会预测称，仅在德国，今年可能就将有约9000家零售企业宣布倒闭。与此同时，德国联邦统计局5号发布的数据显示，经季节和工作日调整后，德国3月工业新订单环比下降10.7%，为2020年4月以来最大环比降幅。德国联邦经济和气候保护部当天发表声明说，工业新订单近期非常不稳定，在经历2022年4季度的疲软和2023年的不稳定开局后，预计今年剩余时间将有所复苏。
当前欧洲仍然面临着严重的通胀形势。欧洲央行4号决定将欧元区3大关键利率均上调25个基点，这是欧洲央行自去年7月以来连续第7次加息，累计加息375个基点。不过呢，要想让欧洲经济重新开上快车道并非易事。中国国际问题研究员、欧洲研究所所长崔洪建指出，当前欧洲不仅面临着需求放缓，在供给方面也存在问题，欧洲经济增长乏力的状况，短期内恐怕难以改变。
欧洲目前的这个经济状况，尤其是它的通胀逐渐放缓，但是经济增长这个动力缺乏。还有一个原因呢，就是欧洲呢和美国不同的是，它除了需求以外，它现在在供应侧、在供给侧也受到了很大的限制。主要原因呢，就是因为以德国为代表的这样一些欧洲主要经济体目前它仍然要不断的承受乌克兰危机带来的这个后续的影响。所以这样一个背景下，我想欧洲目前呢，它要应对这个无论是疫情带来的供应链问题，还是乌克兰危机带来的这个能源改革的问题等等，同时呢，它还要不断的去找到一些新的产业增长的方向。但是这样一些紧迫的问题压缩在同一个时间和空间里面，现在对欧洲来说，应该说是应付不过来。
此外，欧洲目前还面临着美欧银行业动荡、美国通过各项补贴削弱欧洲竞争力的问题。专家表示，美国对外转嫁自身经济问题，欧洲经济或将因此受损。
其实之前呢，欧洲国家呢对通过依靠美国的经济增长来带动自身的经济复苏呢，是抱有一定的这个期待的。现在对欧洲来说呢，比较严重的问题，这样美国呢并不把自身的经济呢和欧洲的经济发展前途放在一起。尤其是去年，我们知道双方争吵得很厉害，美国通胀学家法案，这就是一个明显的要牺牲这个欧洲经济为代价的这样一个美国单边的保护主义措施。所以在这样的背景下呢，我觉得现在很大程度上欧美之间在原有的贸易和投资的结构的一些矛盾呢，现在正在逐渐扩大。所以接下来可能会出现一种情况，就是美国的经济越增长，反而欧洲的经济受损的状况会越严重。
在摩根大通本月1号宣布接手被关闭的美国第一部分银行之后，美国区域性银行的风暴仍然没有平息。
美国商界人士近日在接受媒体采访时认为，美联储激进的货币政策是导致此次银行业系统性危机的重要原因。在美联储降息之前，区域性银行危机不会平息。
So this is a systemic problem. The systemic problem is this very abrupt change in interest rates that Jay Powell has engineered, first of all going very, very low during COVID and then suddenly going very, very high. And that's going to lead to some problems. And that's the stresses and strains we're seeing right now in the market.
美国联邦储备委员会3号宣布上调联邦基金利率目标区间25个基点到5%至5.25%之间。这是美联储自2022年3月进入本轮加息周期以来的第10次加息，累计加息幅度达500个基点。分析指出，在不断加息的背景下，区域性银行储户为了获得更多回报，选择将存款投入美国国债或者其他货币市场基金等金融资产，而这导
20 horses will be off to the races on Saturday for the 149th Kentucky Derby. This year's event has been marred by the death of 4 horses after suffering injuries during workouts. Joining us is Kirby Adams, a lifestyle reporter for the Courier-Journal in Louisville, Kentucky. So before we get to the betting and the race itself, what are you learning about the 4 horses that were injured and euthanized?
Well, right now, what we do know is that 2 of the horses were injured while racing and had to be euthanized. That is a sort of a standard practice. Unfortunately, it's very tragic. But when a horse is injured on the racetrack, they do have to be euthanized if it's not something that can easily be remedied. The 2 other horses that died came from the same barn, from the same trainer, and there's an inquiry into that. And that trainer has been suspended. So really there's no definitive answer yet on what happened there, but they did collapse after racing.
Okay, so back to the race. You're clearly dressed for the occasion. What makes this Derby stand out?
Well, first of all, very happy Derby to you. We wish you were here in Louisville with us, along with the 150,000 other spectators who have come to
150,000 people. I'm sorry, you just said 150,000 people. Wow, is that what the crowd usually is, or is that an exceptionally high number?
The one thing it's not exceptionally high. It is the amount of people that do show up on Oaks Day and Derby Day. And I always ask friends to come and relatives to come to the Kentucky Derby, and I think that they believe it's just one day, but really it's a whole week of racing and it's just a whole celebration for the entire week. We have Final Tuesday, Champions Day on Wednesday. Thursday is called Derby, and then for the Kentucky Oaks, which is Friday today, and then the Kentucky Derby, we have like 150,000 people that come into historic Churchill Downs racetrack. So it is quite, and you know, I look kind of crazy right now.
I wouldn't say crazy, but you know, you're being your best self. How's that?
It's exactly right. Everyone wants to be seen at the Kentucky Derby, and when you have 150,000 other race fans there, this little hat I have on is nothing compared to what you see.
So which horses have the most buzz? Apparently it's about the name, not the betting odds.
Well, there are horses that have really been talked about a lot. And, you know, people who are handicappers will really be, they'll be really up on how these horses have done in other races, how they like to run on a certain type of track. The weather has a lot to do with it. If it's a muddy track, if it's a dry track.
And we're looking at some of the, I'm going to jump in, we're looking at some of the names right now. Verifying, Confidence Game, Sun Thunder. I mean, the names are a big selling point, right?
Well, yes, for someone like me, they really are. That's what I was going to get to the point of it. I'd say 90% of those 150,000 people from the racetrack are going to be like me, and we're there for the celebration. We like to get dressed up, and we don't really know how to handicap the horse, but we like to bet on the names. Like I think Cyclone Mystery is a great name. We bet on names. We bet on the silks, the colors of the silks. We bet on the rider, whoever the jockey might be. I find that's my favorite way to bet. And maybe even the trainer. But yeah, the handicappers though, they really take a deep dive and do all sorts of fancy kind of bets, and they do make a lot of money.
They do. It can be a real science. There's no question about it. Kirby Adams, thank you.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me. And again, happy Derby.
The Golden State Warriors took down the Los Angeles Lakers to tie their second round series 1-1 Thursday night. Warriors star Klay Thompson led the way with 30 points as Golden State hit 21 three-pointers to beat Los Angeles. The series continues on Saturday in LA. Meanwhile, on the ice, the Florida Panthers defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs Thursday night to take a 2-0 series lead. In the West, the Dallas Stars evened their series with the Seattle Kraken with a win at home. That series is tied at 1 apiece. Dennis Barnes was accepted to more than 180 colleges and universities. Next, where he's heading. You're streaming CBS News.
People from every corner of America facing challenges.
Everyone is just looking for some type of connection.
Just raise your hand and say, hey, I'd like to help.
Coming together to find solutions.
We are going to do something about it.
Their stories are our stories.
Welcome to Eye on America.
Stream now on the free CBS News app.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions. We look at a story and say, how do we make it relevant to people's lives?
So this is what we eat to live longer.
Finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Morning news matters because it sets the tone for your day. It's a way of getting you started.
Take you places, teach you new things, and we make you feel like, it's not all bad. We're going to uplift you.
People say to me, you always seem to be having a good time. You know what? You're right.
Your morning routine just got better. CBS Mornings.
An original documentary from CBS Reports.
You had that substitute teacher. It was pretty popular. What was his reputation?
Everyone loved him.
You had to miss a test. What did he offer to have you make up the test?
He said that I could come by after school was all over and just take the exam. The points were down. He closed the door. The next thing I knew, he was right next to me. That's when I realized what was going to happen. Even if I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs, no one would hear me because no one was there. He told me that if I ever said anything to anyone, he would kill me, and he would kill my family. So I did it.
Pledge of Silence, now streaming on the free CBS News app.
She was near the finish line of the Boston Marathon when a terrorist bomb changed everything. Join us for an extraordinary story of survival, persistence, and triumph when we go person to person.
When weather is about to get extreme.
We're talking about hail. We're talking about tornadoes, damaging wind.
Every second counts.
Let's now take a look at what that really means to you.
That's why CBS News and the Weather Channel have come together to bring you virtual weather technology so advanced, so real.
We can show you what it's going to look like when the storms come through.
You'll see what will happen, where it will happen, before it does. Feel the forecast on CBS News. Time to get prepared.
We're really excited that we've been honored with the Emmy Award for Outstanding Live News Program. But we know we couldn't have done that without you. So thank you. CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7 on CBS.
We go to stories because we can bring someone to that story. That human connection is incredibly important. The news doesn't have to be depressing. It can be uplifting.
It is an honor and privilege to be accepted to Ivy League, Cornell University's College of Engineering.
That was 16-year-old Dennis Barnes announcing his new school after receiving acceptances from more than 185 American colleges and universities. All of those offers total, it's unbelievable, more than $10 million in scholarships. Barnes is already a New Orleans high school senior with a grade point average of 4.8. He has accrued 27 college credits before ever setting foot on campus. President Biden and Vice President Harris made a surprise stop at a Washington, D.C. taco shop Friday in honor of Cinco de Mayo. The holiday marks the Mexican victory over the French at the Second Battle of Puebla in 1862. It's more widely celebrated in the United States than its native Mexico. The holiday gained nationwide popularity in the 1980s thanks to advertising campaigns by beer, wine, and tequila companies. Cinco de Mayo generates beer sales on par with the Super Bowl, and that is a fun fact. That does it for this episode of The Weekender. We're always glad to see you. Coming up next is 48 Hours. Thanks for watching. I'm Catherine Herod in Washington, and from the team, you're streaming CBS News.
It's important to our nation.
I wonder how you think about where America is at this moment.
It's on Face the Nation.
Can there be stability if Vladimir Putin remains in power?
Face the Nation with Mark.
We can actually have international collaboration because the machines taking over is a threat for everyone.
Major funding for the PBS NewsHour has been provided by Beyond.
These are the last images just released of a journalist who was trying to spotlight a ruthless military crackdown. The army has arrived, Kenji Nagai says, and they are heavily armed. Within minutes, he'd be shot dead. Nagai filming his own report in front of protesters in Myanmar. A selfie-style narration to camera just moments before he was hit by a bullet. This now famous picture shows how he fell right where he was filming, still holding his camera despite the fatal wound. Standing over him, a soldier with a gun. They are images from 2007, during the height of an uprising against Myanmar's military junta, called the Saffron Revolution, after the colour of the monk's robes, who was central to the movement. Many died, and today many more are still dying under the shadow of military rule in a country riven by a complex conflict the world seems powerless to end. By one estimate, 30,000 lives have been lost this past 2 years. The family of Kenji Nagai, who was Japanese, were given his camera and released the chilling images, hoping to refocus world attention on the bloodshed, just as he was trying to do.
このことで改めてミャンマーに皆さんに目を向けていただき、
Authorities in Myanmar maintain he was killed by a stray bullet, but Japanese media obtained footage showing him pushed to the ground and shot at point-blank range. A picture of him wounded with his camera won a Pulitzer Prize in 2008. Now the world can see what he was doing minutes before. New evidence from the hands of a journalist killed doing his job, determined to highlight the brutality of Myanmar's winter, not knowing that same violence would soon take his life.
All right, with that, Keir Simmons joins us tonight from London. Keir, talk to us about how the family was able to get this camera back after 15 years.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? 15 years it took to get this camera. A group called the Democratic Voice of Burma, which is another name for Myanmar, says it was involved in the exchange. Won't say how it happened, but says that a good citizen was involved. Doesn't want to put that person at risk. I can imagine the family think it certainly was a good citizen.
Yeah, totally unbelievable. And as you mentioned in the story, the unrest there in Myanmar, it sort of has resurfaced quite again. Do we know, is there any chance for resolution to the nightmare for the people there?
It's a nightmare, Tom, really is. I mean, it's a crisis. It's a disaster. The UN talking about 18 million people needing urgent help. Hundreds of thousands have fled the country, and it just gets worse and worse. There are now different militia in the country. It really is an incredibly complex picture. Now, Myanmar is a strategically important country, but the US seems reluctant to get involved because it's right on China's border. It doesn't.
It's right, as I said. No one should interfere in Myanmar. It's very evil. But last year is supposed to be time of stabilize, but they're just letting me 1 year or another year to stabilize and they can open the borders for people to travel. So during that time, there were a lot of people trying to make a highlight. But actually, we need to talk about all this, which actually they shouldn't. So I look at it, let it be, and let it cool down, and let the border open, and a year or two by end of this year or next year, things will get better for everybody. That's all.
Good morning, everyone. President Rubin, Eric, thank you for making this event happen. To you, to the American Foreign Service Association, the Daycorp Bacon House Foundation, the Senior Living Foundation, we are so grateful for everything that you do to support our diplomats. To their extent, I'm also very gratified that we're all here today in person once again. It makes today even more meaningful. To every member of our foreign affairs agencies, whether you're serving now or whether you served in the past, thank you. Thank you for the critical work that you do. Thank you for your dedication, your professionalism, your patriotism, all that you bring to our missions around the world. As President Biden often says, we find ourselves now at an inflection point. So many of the actions that we take today are going to shape the lives of the American people for decades to come. Whether that's meeting the challenge of great power competition, addressing the climate crisis, shaping the rules for emerging technologies, working to prevent the next pandemic. These challenges make our diplomacy more critical than it's ever been. And it's only by working with allies, with partners, that we can actually solve these problems and see some of the opportunities that are too big for any one nation to face alone. And you are the ones leading the charge, following in the footsteps of generations of extraordinary public servants. Last year, more than 800 members of the Foreign and Civil Service retired, having devoted decades of their lives to this institution and to the American people. Altogether, that cohort dedicated over 22,000 years of service to our country. Its members worked in every single bureau in this department, at posts in more than 170 countries. They tackled the most important issues of our time: protecting the environment, defending human rights, aiding refugees, expanding economic opportunity. negotiating peace agreements. This class built and deepened ties between the United States and other countries. They forged new partnerships. They facilitated exchange programs. They issued countless visas and passports. Their actions, big and small, changed the trajectory of so many lives here and around the world. But today, we celebrate not only what our diplomats do, but how they do it. These jobs that require extraordinary sacrifice. Diplomats work hours from their loved ones who support them. These jobs demand character. They demand integrity. And serving as a diplomat also requires courage. Right now, around the world, our colleagues are working in war zones, under foreign surveillance, amidst humanitarian crises, in the aftermath of natural disasters. Some experience serious accidents abroad. Others are exposed to severe illness or health hazards. Some of our LGBTQI colleagues serve in places where they and their partners don't feel safe to be their full selves. Just this week, we lost a treasured local staff member at Embassy Lisbon, Roy Noronha, who died in the course of his duty. His family's loss is our loss too. But our diplomats face these situations with tremendous heart, with compassion, with decency, focusing not on themselves, but on helping the people around them, who often go through some of the hardest days of their lives. Simply put, that's our mission. For generations, our diplomats have carried on despite danger, despite difficulty. Nowhere is that devotion more clearly illustrated than in the 312 individuals honored on our memorial walls, those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. This year, we pay special tribute to two more members of the Foreign Service, Thomas Wallace and Eldridge Lee, both of whom died from COVID-19 in 2021. Tom dedicated his life to public service. First as a soldier in the U.S. Army, where he completed several tours and was awarded a Bronze Star. Then he became a consular officer. He brought the spirit of service to everything that he did. Tom had a special fountain pen that he used only to sign certificates of death abroad, to make sure that they looked dignified for the families who received them. When he sat at the consular window, working with foreigners or helping Americans in crisis, Tom was calm, he was friendly, he was easy to talk to. He also lifted up his team. He was the kind of person who would stop by his supervisor's office just to let her know that a coworker had done a great job. He brought this kindness everywhere he went, from the animal rescue organizations he supported around the world to trivia games, where he was always everyone's first pick, apparently, to be on their team. Eldridge, who went by his last name Lee, specialized in information management. And by all accounts, he was a natural diplomat. Thoughtful, compassionate, a talented problem solver. Whether you were a colleague, a friend, a family member, if you needed advice, you went to Lee. People wanted to be like him. One of his former teammates said that in tough situations, he found himself asking, what would Lee do? Lee was proud to be an American, proud to serve his country, so much so that it rubbed off on the people around him, especially those closest to him. Years ago, he encouraged his wife Josie to apply to the State Department. She still works here today. His eldest daughter Naomi said that her interest in the world and people in it came from her dad. And when his youngest daughter Esther starts college this fall, she's planning on studying international relations. The State Department, the United States of America, are better because of Tom and Lee, because of their service, but also because of who they were as people. Their family, Tom's wife Monica, Lee's wife Joseph, their daughters Naomi and Esther, we will be forever grateful. Grateful that we got to know and that we get to work alongside your exceptional loyalists. With this new flag, we honor the permanent mark that they made on this department and on our country. And by carrying out their dedication and passion, continuing the spirit of service that runs through every single name on these walls, we will work to keep their legacies alive. May God bless you. Thank you.
Since May 1st, Russia has launched more than 145 airstrikes across Ukraine. That means Russia has launched more than one missile, one drone, or bomb every hour, 24 hours a day, for 4 straight days. While Ukraine puts its air defenses to good use, Russia's cowardly attacks have still injured and killed more than 100 innocent civilians across the country in the last 3 days alone, including at least 5 children. The United States will never look away from what is happening in Ukraine and Russia's brutal attacks on civilian infrastructure. Just yesterday, we announced another $300 million in security assistance from Ukraine, making it March 35
people to put existence shouldn't let people to Americans and Chinese. But you not realize what they do, I do more for Chinese than do it for the Chinese.
The significance has completely changed because we can see in the backdrop a Russia-Ukraine war is going on for past 1 year. There are tensions within the SCO members. For example, India has a lot of border tension that is going on for the past 3 years with the Chinese. And there are tensions also between India and Pakistan that has also grown a lot from when both India and Pakistan became members.
There was no bilateral meeting between India and Pakistan. China and India sat down for bilateral talks though ahead of the summit, but Mr. Jaishankar at the end of the summit stressed his concerns over the ongoing border disputes. India's and Russia's foreign minister also met for bilateral talks as their relations have remained strong despite Moscow's war in Ukraine. Other themes that were brought up during the summit included Afghanistan, with India, Russia and Pakistan calling for a representative government in Afghanistan and protection of women's rights. Despite the differences, the SCO is expanding, with 4 new dialogue partners, including Myanmar and UAE, joining the briefing, and Iran and Belarus, meanwhile, want to become full members. Rebecca London, CNA, Goa.
Coming up next, the World Health Organization declares that COVID-19 is no longer an emergency, but portions of the disease has not yet gone away.
And then we have HTC.
要左边，看见就会显示，一个变好。
You can actually buy different asked. I don't know whether I can remember because maybe but $2 off movie on my movie, $1 off movie, 10% off one and down. All this I'll go through.
Tonight, will cooling measures make a dent in Singapore property prices?
The demand is wrong, the exploration of Singapore, and we are cost-effectively the money.
Finding new ways to keep cool amid soaring temperatures in Asia. Plus, how artificial intelligence could help you build your own space in the metaverse. Moneyline, tonight at 10:30 p.m.
A new generation of young Thais have been praying for change and success as one.
This way, traverse from the high octane of Asia's urbanization to a colorful natural wonder. Journalist John Lee rediscovers her roots in the finding examines how the city continues to evolve. Deciphering South Korea, rich and diverse world with outstanding wildlife.
Trying to claim they destroy this many people. make believe to believe, believe to make believe, don't believe. They always. So it's that the people they sing them, sing out, and they go on them, go ahead, they affect on the fundamental, not mental physical. And then after that, they go on that, they feel sick on their physical bodies. Okay, and the more they go on them, the more they're not able to go out. They can go and see the doctor, but they come back and rest. They didn't walk. So in the end of the day, they get sick and sick and sick and go until they die. Some of them, when we reach a certain age, 70 years old, 80 years old, they work hard. The inner devices still knows better. But they work until they just don't feel like they find there's no, they wait for the inner device to work until they die. So it's a very sad story how they live their life slaughtered by the inner device. And they say it's a successful program. It's kind of death on everyone along the way. But as I said, in the end of the day, it's more in Singapore than any other country. Because it's transparency and accountability. Because Singapore is not really that ironclad, just like Philippines, not really be based for this group. Because we do not need ironclad with America. We can be still neutral with China, and the movement is still neutral with China. So at the end of the day, the whole thing is more not using military as the first priority to do anything for China and for Singapore. Whether it's against China, whether it's against Malaysia, whether it's against Indonesia, should not use military as first priority to do anything with any other country. Should be the last priority. Very, very, very nice. The number 9 should be placed in the number 9. The number 1 should be more economic. Focus on economic, I'm very sure, and many countries will not always think about hatred, animosities, hostilities. Everybody with their money saved, with their money, try to make money, not say work, make money, and from there, then they go into life is short. And say, why this? And the time I have to watch it. Tell them why these people live, still want to live in their life is so short. But as I say, in the end of the day, it's a reverse form. What the Guardian of Galaxy actually created interesting stories. And maybe that could be the last one, number 4, number 5. I don't know. You could split up and do whatever. But as I say, in the end of the day, you know, I kind of say that many that works on them in America, and many of them are already say they are crazy or insane or whatever. But as I say, as long as the device is around, everybody lives in this illusive division. So we need the evidence right. It's not to advise on. So people see they get much more evidence. Because the devices are maybe acting, maybe funded by America, not by America, but by Russia or by China. So America is how they, when I live in that kind of environment, not say how they got me. How when I went there, I saw their way of life. And they continue to live. It's not to say that sometimes they can say whatever is happening, many people, it is America that's trying to create its thing. Because as I said, there are a lot of violence and everything. And of course, there's also a lot of illegal activities. So as an advice, they are concerned with to inform their all kinds of activities. As non-advice, they are concerned for all kinds of activities. So in the end of the day, they just try to sometimes also I say they try to play politics. So it's very important that people like in America they should know. And it's because of the guns and because sometimes they're not able to manage their mental state because of the device technology. So they act out in real life because the remote devices are just trying to play, confuse, control the minds of victims as long as the remote devices everyone use everyone live in an illusive architecture. So obviously everybody is living in illusive. It's living. Illusive architecture. We advise to differentiate. Advise. So my advice is to differentiate between unreal and real world and look at art and real. So you can have people to live stream if they want to express not their anger or frustration and to not bring out their anger or frustration or to express or to express or to act out in their um, frustration. But again, like I say it's a process that people are going through. Because the inner device is that continue to try to um, play and confuse the minds of people. That's why I say every time they try to disturb people and bully people in the morning, my advice is everyone just go outside and according to their own time and schedule and go out exercise and go out and exercise. Or we can go out and do whatever they want. And we can go and walk. But if they really can go on to whatever it is, you just stay indoors and do their own things. Take their time. When they are indoor, they learn to counter as much as they can and not be frightened. They always think about try to frighten people, try to cycle them to live. Actually, they are really talking to themselves. They're not talking to the victims. So they are just telling them they also don't want to disturb people. But again, they keep telling, and sometimes in the end, the people hear and people use the earpiece to believe. The earpiece is whatever you see or whatever you hear. You think it's connected, but it's not. That's how they fool. I think I wrote the human brain process. So all this in time, I will review again some of the things. Actually, like I say, I don't like all this because it's, you know, it's the everyday politics. Something more meaningful than that, just because they just want to see rather than only looking to force it to be scared of hurting the spies. So you can see every day there are all kinds of things that you can just people treat people while they have to less people can go in and feel but escape. Because you know how many people have sacrificed you know how many non-devices they will say because they need to have this process. It's start in the end. But the end itself is always a temporary end on the process. As long as the people use the device, it's a start. When you stop using the device, it's an end. And maybe after a while they use it, then you circle and you circle and you circle. And that's an endless cycle, not an endless vicious cycle. And that's an endless vicious or deadly is when a person will act out of their life and commit crime. They're not going to use the device to try to play confused and control the minds, and they try to use a satanic or play politics and force evil and beyond human. Those beyond human. So when they are beyond human in the end of the day, then somebody asks me, oh, why don't you go to the house? I say it's still early to go outside. Sometimes they always tell me to go. Actually, they are referring to themselves to go to the house. Then somebody tell them, you have to hunt our time. Because in the end of the day, you know how to overcome. And the more they try to play the game, the more devices are increasing the policy on themselves and on others. So as I said, don't play politics. Because whatever they do, every word they use, they are playing politics. Maybe many people never come here before they hit the community. So I said, don't try to play politics. Everybody just continue living in the legal system doesn't help. Because today is only Saturday, there's still another Sunday. And come to Monday, and they know what's over. Again, welcome to the world. So, in this sense of what is unreal and unreal, if you stay at home over the weekend, it's a lot of unreal. When you go outside, it's real. On Monday, everybody is more real than unreal. So you see, you cannot avoid to continue to live in the unreal world. You can watch movies, all this, of course, is a temporary. But as hypnotic devices, I'm saying, they shouldn't use to create unreal world. What they are trying to do is that they have a mental disease or not device. They cannot stop not using the device. Sometimes I just go and I got yesterday, I just shut them off. Then yesterday, are true. I just send them to see the psychiatrist. What they use, I say they cannot stop. I say, yeah, you all cannot stop not using the device. The remote devices are not able to stop not using the device. You better go and see a psychiatrist. Then some of them say, yeah, true. Send them to the heart. Don't use the hypnotic device in the public. When they use it in the public, everybody will just tell them to go and see a psychiatrist. Not having you meet, because in the end of the day, you wear the earpiece, they give you things. You won't be arrested, but you will tell them to go and see a psychiatrist. Something wrong with them. Why they need to use the device in a public place? And they say in the end, they say, oh, insanity and all this. I say, you wear the earpiece, you believe in it. You better go and see it. You go and see the psychiatrist. Don't tell it all. Don't use the device in public. Trying to play politics in the public when there are laws. When in the home, there are laws, but the governing law doesn't come into only certain things. And this is how they not going to take advantage of the situation. They need the money. They want to harden their mind. They want to cover their secrets, whatever, or hidden agenda secrets. But it cannot be proven in court. It cannot be proven in court. Until they try to say, oh, we have someone have the list. They have the list. I don't have the list. We go and find out who is the list. Why they have the list. Nothing to do with it. Right? So don't try to play politics. Go and make money and go and do something more meaningful in life. You see, I have to make them believe in it. Because they come to a point where they keep wanting the victim to believe in it. And I keep sharing and my views, opinions in this inspire what to do. And then I keep trying to share with my live stream. I'm not talking to other people. So I have to keep talking until they believe that they are in this illusive. Because they are not in the illusive artificial world. They create an illusive artificial world. And they are not in it. They only believe, but they're not in it. So when I go through a process to try to keep telling them, then they go into it. Then now you know what is it like when I'm in an illusive artificial, and you are in the illusive artificial. Say I go and see a psychiatrist. How can I go and see a psychiatrist? I like really broadcasting. I'm not talking to anyone at all. Right? So they don't need to harden their mind. I'm not hardening their mind. I'm not streaming my podcast. I'm not referring to any other insanities when human-centered, human-visible, an image of themselves and they believe it. It's happening all over the world. As long as the hypnotic device is in an elusive artificial world, as long as the hypnotic device is on, everybody living in elusive artificial, including in China. There are 25% or more of the devices now. They may be used, they may not be used. Anywhere in the world, we are all living together. Why we want to destroy and add destruction when there are 6 global crises? I already said that kind of service office. I'm not proud. I'm trying to share my views, opinion in my live stream. And this, there are 6 global crises, there are 6 global hospitals, and there are problems only between them. There's so many problems. Why they not devices on the add on the story? And they get let's jump to something. Go and go back to your South China Sea and run across the South China Sea. Go. Like yesterday, I did say. So you know, devices are proud of whatever they use. The device, why they're proud. They activate their inactivated senses of pride. So why don't you use your pride in the public place? Nobody self-facing seeing. It's a human perception. So that's why I said I never, because I'm trying to say if they look at it the way that I am doing, then they're strong for them to look at it in that way. Because the device is around and it's creating an elusive artificial. And they take advantage of the situation because it cannot be proven appeal to try to cycle everybody and to try to play with people's mind, confuse and control people's mind. And they believe in it. I don't believe in it. They believe in it cannot be proven. Why they believe in it? Something wrong with it. So that is the problem. Try to get your formula proof that you can be proven in court. All these I will go to again and again. Endlessly. They say this is how they train me. It's how they motivate you to train themselves, to set themselves up. It's they themselves train themselves to decide whatever they say they're talking to themselves, not talking to me. They're training themselves to try to set themselves up to continue to be hypnotic devices every day. One they need to train outdoors. And then when they say enough, and say not enough, what it means, and they believe in it. So you see, it's a process that the lesser hand that issue the order to the hypnotic devices are benefiting. Did the hypnotic devices receive the same poison? No. Did the lesser hand receive it? No. Why? But during this process, the hypnotic devices are also suffering in the mental state. Whereas the lesser hand also issue. Then when I'm overseas, why don't you know? Because they very wholesale. Now they don't need to work on me. Now they follow they write the script. See, the lesser hand now no need to create the hypnotic device is in simple to work on it. So the hypnotic device, go and do on other people or go and do their things. And then the people who write the script go say whether the script is written to prepare for people in Singapore or prepare for the people in overseas, they still writing the script. They got in Ching they writing the script. They issue order, very easy for them, but they never receive the same order. Why? You see, they are creating a wider divide between the lesser and not. Who give them the power? Who give them right to write script? Who give them the right or power to issue order? I never issue order. I just write the statement and they believe in it. See? It's a human perception. Whatever you see and whatever you hear, you think it's connected, but it's not connected. It's a weakness of the brain. And they just want to play politics by saying, oh, it's because of the winner, that's why they have to go around doing all this. They don't have to. Since knowing the winner, why they want to go around doing to people for what? They know the number one, when people sleeps, the mind will be number two. When the mind sleeps, the mind relaxes. When mind relaxes, you use the digital device to want to go. You will follow the instruction exactly. Say, not if I cannot stop my using the device. No, I cannot stop. It's a process that everybody will be going through all over the world. I never say that, oh, because only a few percentage of ourselves are being affected, means the whole world will be impacted. It's up to the young people to hear what they start and the people that issue, I'm not going to issue of it. I will write a statement myself, very simple. If the police want anyone, the police want to do it, fine. I have no problem. Because all this while, I've been live streaming and practicing. Whatever is the motivation is that I just try to play politics. Then I go and say another thing I am the war teacher, and some of the Somali thought that one is used by the informal. All this, everybody along the way, whether we are in Singapore or we, there are this kind of people chase of you. But in the end of the day, what do we care? What do we bother? Because in the end of the day, everybody mind their own business, they do their own thing. But they themselves are suspicious over others out national, and they just want to disturb everybody. That's why I say over the weekend, when they really have nothing to do at home, go outside. Whether their home is a big style, don't bother how they just want to use the excuse to work on people. If they don't work on me, they will have to work on A. If they don't work on A, just like in Chinese, many of them go outside in a weekday, they go outside and they work. So they still every day the same, they're waiting for their victims to come back. With nothing to do, so they hang out also in public place or hang out in the library or whatever. Sometimes they also get called but I just because they also waiting, they don't have, they also go out. So it's a not a it's a process. I'm not comment about whether the process is a negative process that causes everybody to be inconvenienced because everybody affects their daily activities. It's not to make their life miserable. Everybody's lives are difficult already. What are everybody's life are difficult? By the rising cost of living, by GST. At first was by the cost of living, by the GST, and they like to push the blame. Everybody is affected. What? Even our prime minister or government official affected. Then they say, oh, because they high salary. And how about yourself? Can you go and make more money and complain all this time? You never go and make money, you keep complaining. And it depends on being a human device. You use the device to work on other people. Something wrong. As people issue the order, why do you want to complain for what? If they don't have money, go and find money. No, I never ask them to go to the sex house. I ask them to go and make money in the honest way. Vietnam, everywhere in the world, Philippines, they also make money in the honest way. If they have no money, they don't complain. They're just happy. Go lucky, that's it. Why do you want to complain? Why do you want to create so much stories on oh, because they could be police officials, and then they will be unofficial. Official means they are police or they are not in duty or they are still into the government or police, and they just pretend. They say government 做了 say that. Then after that they say who are the ones that want to join in or investigate, and then they investigate them at the same time. they also work on all these deviants. They're just creating all this out of nothing in order to be relevant. And they keep trying to, oh, you have to be relevant. In the end of it, how many percent? Now everybody's like that. It's just that sometimes when you look up, it's not activated. Whatever poison that is on there, it's not implemented. It's not activated. So I say everybody you can see. You can ask them what they believe in. But the false imagination, everybody is being upon. Everybody is being upon. Every night. Can they not say that they are not being upon? They believe in it. But as I say, there's no the truth. And that's how they escape from assassinating, from murdering people. They can also murder people on their sleeves. They can also murder people on their sleeves. And assassinate is the attempt to assassinate. So whatever it is, look, everybody are suffering inside. But you don't need this type of suffering in people. By using the ones who want you to suffer. And some people are suffering more, some people are suffering less, some people are not even suffering at all, maybe 1% or 2%. Especially on the people who issue the order. Then they have the issue the order, they never receive the voice. Until you one time receive it. They are not one, they do not know, they are also victims. Everybody are victims of it. But in unfair level, they can issue or anyone can issue. For what? Why they want to add on people? And you can ask, whether you ask their sergeant or one officer, what is the verdict of the day? They ask for them. And they are unofficial, and most of them. And then they just want to have powers over others. And you also have unofficial officials. And also you have official officials. Normally they work for them on certain because they are uncommon people in this community. So each has their own duties and responsibilities and functions. But whatever it is, it's effort on everybody to work on people, but that is not what you on the human device to like gather more things. Because I've seen a lot of people, then you say, oh, have they lived in Philippines? Have they lived in Vietnam? Have they lived in other countries? Now it's different, the whole world is different right now. Everybody is increasing more suffering than poison. If you increase the poison, they also have to live. Let's say suffering is like this. Last time, then as the year go by, you're getting worse and worse. Without the devices of poison. And this is just an added poison. Then really add this and this added poison, this is suffering. And now you're suffering more, the poison is there, continue with the suffering. But then the suffering is more, but poison is the same percentage. But you add the poison more, you see what is the total, the grand percentage that people are suffering, each and every individual. The 6 global crises that we are going through. Like I say, my friend's house, rain, bamboo, wood have to always maintain the house against the rain, the flood. The house always covered with shit and urine. How would you feel if your house is empty on and off? It's covered with shit and urine. Nobody likes it, right? This is the thing. So don't always think about other people's life. Think, oh, their life in Singapore is difficult, miserable. Other people can't even worse, and they didn't know. And they hear over on everybody's mental state. And to say that, oh, it will benefit the counselors, the psychiatrists, all kinds of people. They want to use each and every. What if they are being used as people? How would they feel? So again, you see, in the end of the day, don't work on people. If they want people to receive the symptoms, that is the principles of positivity. People must have continue to have the common sense of their reasoning, that they are living in the real world, not living in the unreal world. They have the ethics, morals, and principles of positivity to live in the real world. If you want to suck or whatever you want to do, go and do whatever illegal you want to do. I mind my own business. I don't bother about other people's. But look, why would you do all this for? When you are in Singapore, you have so much things you can do positively. Everything, everyone has a part to play to bring that positivity, to overcome whatever negativity in our country. Don't think that, oh, because our country no community. It helps the lesson, just like the caste system in India. It's just a try and tell everybody, you are always like that, 命中注定, no matter your generations for a million years or so, you want to have population, have not good now, we can use your ID and launder money. That's all very simple. So now they know why the population increase. It's not about to use the numbers to fight against China. You have technology, one technology will wipe out 1 million. Already shown atomic bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all this. So you can see that in the end, they don't need the population. Why they need to increase the population? Because of money. How many, naughty devices they're going to sacrifice today? How many IDs they're going to use today? So live, don't die. Because live, because every ID is important for the money launderers. So these are the things. That's why recently all this ID is starting to change. I think 1 year back. To change into something you cannot give IC. Because they can use the IC for many things. For borrowing, loan shark, all this kind of thing. They use other people's IC for all kinds of things. You can gather the intel, you can sell the data to all kinds of people. So IC never give any. One use the digital IC. We have to write down. But they write down, they also can gather the information. So when you use credit card, it doesn't show all the credit card numbers. It just show the last 2 or 3 or 4 numbers and many other things. All this is data protection, privacy, personal, private data, personal private data protection. That's what PPP, personal private data protection. So this is to protect every country. Their data protection is different. Depends on the government how they establish the law. So overall, at least there's some basics. So many things, including the cybersecurity and the technology, everything. There'll be some basic, and many all the world countries agree to something, unless they are very poor countries and they're not able to stabilize their government or their country, then a lot of laws are not implemented. So you can see that many things, all these years, more than 50 years, whether people do illegal activities or they are not even outside of Singapore, staying outside Singapore. And whether they are proud or not, I don't want to know, because I do not know, I do not want to know, I'm not interested in it. If people outside of even Singapore, they want to kill, they will kill them. They are outside, not because of my if they are outside of Singapore, they want to do whatever. Go and do now. Why not only bother for what? Why I want to be the some people, the Chinese as a legendary called Chulusia, or one people to be heroes. I don't want to be, I don't want to be all this. I'm not going to do this. So I don't bother. I just live a simple, content, humble, and honestly, that's all. As when I was in Vietnam, I shared with them. To live a simple, content, humble, honestly, and then it gives us one. And they go away from you. They don't bother because they also have no powers and they can't control. They have no way to control the environment, the situation. So they just go and work or go and make money. That's all. But they just care for themselves. And they mind other people's business. They care for their own business. Or say care for their own business. But there is a family where I go in Malaysia, in Philippines, in Vietnam. That is a family. Over the weekend, family go out together, be happy. Or they can be with their relatives, or they can be with their friends. So that kind of situation. So at the end of the day, it makes no sense whatever you are doing. But again, it can also, if they are educated, if they are not educated, so you are doing something, you don't study, you are good forever. then you are going to increase the amount of devices in India. Because in other words, if you do, this is how they tap on the people to be more, increase the recruitment, the numbers of the hypnotic devices, or because they don't feel good, because they have no money, because they have to have this, they don't have that, they are in the caste system, or they cannot, they are poor, or they are uneducated, they are illiterate, they are not given a chance. And what happens? They can become hypnotic and work on many people. But what's the point of working when the countries are poor? They work between among each other, does it not? Then they go and work on the political power, the tribe power, the rich power, and the celebrity because this one happens in America. They're working on celebrity power, but on America they work on the movies is because of right off. Lots of movies ever since the birth of American movies, Chinese movies, Taiwan movies, Hong Kong movies, other Chinese and Japanese, Asian Hong Kong movies, and Taiwan movies. And it's all these movies and Bollywood, all these are linked to secret society. There is secret society, there are a lot of money to be black out. But there is no fact to say they are money laundering because there is no valid proof in court. So therefore, at the end of the day, it's more of a write-off. So there's a lot of money in liquidity and all over the world. But because of COVID-19, the quarantine, the lockdown, or especially the business cannot move in. Like let's say your money always coming in. Let's say your internet, every day you have internet, you receive in out, internet, just internet. But let's say suddenly your country is infected with virus, malware. Then what happens? They shut down the whole internet infrastructure. So when they shut down the whole internet infrastructure, what happens? People want to access the internet. They cannot. And what happens? All their daily activities to the internet is gone. This is COVID-19. When there are violence, globally, not only outbreak, epidemic, but globally, then their activities in their domestic their country and with the rest of the other countries, business, or the money, economic liquidity cannot move in and out, cannot move. So it cannot move to the end of the day. It's all connected but cannot move any of it. Then we got the choke point, we call the choke point and the choke aid, wherever it is. Even supply chain right now, and energy chain, and all kinds of chain, all kinds of connectivity. Because the world is one global village. And that's why you need one system to share and provide to everybody what is going on. So when you create this type of negativity, whether hostility, trade hostilities, or economic hostilities, sanctions, and all this is not very protectionism, embargo, and many things. So it's preventing the money from going in and out. And internet got money, got things in and out, right? But connectivity has good and bad. So the same for the money. Money coming in got good and bad. But again, when it comes to Singapore, it's all legit. But in other countries, how do you know where the money coming in and out is good and bad? Nobody knows that. So don't bother. It's more than 50 years the money has been going in and out. That's why the MAS implemented only during the Najib case. After when the Najib case happens, then the MAS. If not, they don't implement. So you can see that in the end of the day, number one, the devices they do it sometimes. There are many other reasons. But one of the reasons is that at least 200 or 1,000 tons of money that came into Singapore are being what? Processed. Processed already, then they come out to Singapore. Then they are processed somehow, then they process out. They send out to their own country, other countries, or to their own countries. So don't bother because the money coming in is legal. So don't bother. It can come from Philippine government. If the Philippine government need to invest, you have BPO, Metro Bank, this. The government looking at that. all kinds of forces looking at all these banks from overseas. Why? They need to send the money out. Then after that, they also need to collect the money in. And they can send all the money to Singapore. Then from Singapore, they send the money to Philippines. That's why with the higher cost of living, the currencies weaken to match the numbers. You see, in the video in Philippines, hey, not enough money, not enough, I got enough, not enough money. Their money is getting weaker. It's not getting weaker, it's the higher cost of living. The expenses is getting higher, not the money is getting higher. Expenses is getting higher. They have to pay the workers everything. So they have all the money in Singapore, same. If not in Singapore, America. That's why they went with America, Indo-Pacific, Philippines, or from any other source, from Europe, from UK, sent to Philippines. So that the company, the BDO or whatever, have the money to pay the bills. Even entities, even companies have to pay the bills. So this is how we live. The same applies to any entity in Philippines. The same applies to any entity in other countries. That's why we talk about exploring resources, natural resources in Philippines. In Vietnam, they have LNG, gas, hydrogen. What do they do? Every time, there's so much demand from and now they try to hide the energy of the hydrogen, which is not right. So in any certain countries, will benefit from hydrogen. In Singapore, look at it as an alternative way to buy the hydrogen instead of improving the additional energy of solar, hydro, and wind, and followed by the alternative energy, followed by the increase in the funding in the research and development from GIC. You can invest in all this battery company that is linked to the Samsung or not. And in the end of it, they can invest and quicken the pace to complete the battery for Tesla. They produce that, they use their own battery for electricity. For all this, they say on refinery, and how about the people living here? How much they have to pay until you never give them an alternative for them to choose. The law should be much more open, much more friendly user for people to use the pure electricity. We must have tools, an option available. We cannot be monopolizing, say that all the vehicles only use oil when there is pure electricity available. So you must continue to make pure electricity as the same access as these people with oil car. So whether petrol car or pure, you must be a fair level playing field. You cannot say you want to control this, control that in the negative ways. Then how about people's life? They want to get on with their daily activities. They cannot get on with their daily activities. So everybody increase the price in bus and any other transportation system except the MRT. Then you want everybody to go take the MRT? That's not happening. Just like everybody can eat the rest of the price like fast food. They raise up and only McDonald's they never raise up the price. Then everybody will go to McDonald's. Why they want to control everything? So I'm not being critical, but what I'm trying to say is that it should be a fair and the playing field for everybody to have access whatever they like. Because this is Singapore. Freedom, open, free to choose what they like, and not free to not have the freedom to not be able to choose what they like. They never break the law. Why want to change individuals' way of life, their daily activities? The same applies to me, to be honest. Unless it's about national health, safety, security, stability, and economic equity. But if they never break the laws on all this, it's okay, isn't it? They can never break the law. Unless it's an emergent crisis. At the moment, our country is not in emergency crisis. It's a normal activity, life going through. COVID-19. So on and off there will be, and the government will try to share and provide the things to prevent it, to prevent how to or to avoid getting COVID by this latest any extreme level of concern, and followed by trying to educate them or to educate them through all kinds of the social medias, through all kinds of news, broadcasting, or social medias. So you see, all this, they know, but they try to say that they control my mind. In the end, they are fooling themselves because you can't be truly caught. They are controlling your mind. They try to improve according to their own personal mentality, achievement, and ambition. And I say no enough. They continue again. You see, that makes them even worse on themselves. Not me. And when I shout, they say, I forgot, I'm crazy. But this, if they themselves have gone beyond the limit that they beyond human, that they think they are, they are maybe Marvel heroes or God or Jesus Christ or whatever. You see, how many will not be perfect? They're going to sacrifice to you. I can talk another 1 hour, I know how to. Because in the end of the day, I train myself not because I'm proud. I self-train to learn how to defend against, because I know defenses against the nothing else. I know defenses. I do not wear the earpiece. I do not eat. I don't wear the earpiece. I don't have a device to detect where they are and how to play with them. People in Philippines, they're very clever. They wear the earpiece. They know how to play with everybody. I see them and laugh. At the time when I was in the airport, I saw the naughty device user. I mean the Filipinos, the on my team. I call them my team because they are all very good. And then they, in terms of working, in terms of handling people, it's how they live in the Philippines. They learn through the environment. So they never activate their environment. So I just sit there and observe, and they try to deal with these people. You see the way. So you see, they live in the environment to adapt. They know how to suffer. What about Singapore? And then we say we um, uh, have the tenacities and we don't have. We are all pampered. We're all lucky by the government. We have shelter walkways. In Vietnam, they don't carry umbrellas. They wear the raincoat. In Philippines, they still carry umbrella. It's lots of rain, lots of. So all these things, in time Singapore will go through many, whether the COVID-19 that one not so much as worse as other people like other countries experience. So this is the danger that I'm trying to anticipate and the different company about the medium skills and the medium skills that it can be more than 5 infection is equal to 1 death. And then disaster to every proportion, which is it. You can refer that to the Wikipedia. Disaster of every proportion is 1 infection is equal to 1. All this will come in time. But at the moment, I'm still observing the situation in Singapore in all areas. And on and off, I make the capacity and then the decision that we will arrive in time, in much shorter time. That means it doesn't, the emergence of the celestial. So the emergence of the problem is global anyway, but Singapore sometimes not exposed to certain problems. Terrorism continues to harm everybody, but you do not need to be fearful, you do not need to be uncertain, because it can be hypnotic devices that create the self-radicalization. And that's bad. They can create on anyone to be self-radicals. You can try to play, confuse, and control the minds. Like that young boy asking for work and all this, and then you believe in when he has no friends, and then you just want to work on him, just try to use him as a scapegoat. But you know, the more they want, then you get all the naughty ones. what happens to their face, what happens to their expression, what happens to their behavior, all becomes worse, it becomes negative. The more they use the device, the more much or something wrong with them. Right? So in the end of the day, whatever it is, they look at it in the wrong way. So whatever it is, like I said, don't use it. Everybody, many people not use it, but they don't use it because they know it's on people. So they learn to play the game because they know that the world will be negative, and they live in the world of negative in their own country ever since they are born. They learn to adapt, and again, they whatever it is, they learn to adapt and play the game, but they know as when not to act out in real life. So you can see many things of the food that they have, is all full of side. And every the people, the lesser have outside of Philippines say, oh, they destroy Philippines because of all kinds of things, illegal activities or whatever bad activities, dark shades of gray or dark abuse happening in Philippines. When they go to Vietnam, Vietnam is trying to portray that they also can destroy everybody, get this and that. And they come with Singapore, oh got this sign and this sign and this sign. Dunkin' Donuts all over, and this crispy cream and Mr. Donut, and maybe Paris can also have, and even this one very black one. Oh, that one's Dunkin'. No, that one is Old Chunky, recently. So every outlet you go, different companies, you will see the black one. Maybe that one is black sign. So Mr. Bean, and so everything or can be so you can either Karachi one or all these China, Taiwanese tidbits. So everywhere in the world, you'll see all this. What have become? Even McDonald's, the way they create the pictures, and Burger Kings, they create the pictures. Even Jollibee, they create the beef. Right. So that's why I say free go and travel and see for yourself to different countries and see for yourself. It may be a small representation, it may not be the real representation of everything. So just try to travel more cities in the country. And I'm very sure. And the naughty vices, of course, they are probably nothing to do because I don't know how we emerge into this type of situation. And they say it could be that because auntie walking in Orchard Road and see everybody dining, eating good food, and they never eat good food, and they decided to, treat everybody just like. And now it goes back to them. Why? Higher cost of living, malnutrition, starvation, many parts of the world, the supply chain, the choke point, the source of supply chain, the shortages of food, and the harvest destroyed. Expected harvest, let's say in June, and the harvest is being destroyed. It goes back to anything. You see, why you want to create negative action and it becomes negative reaction. And it goes back to them for the next 7 years. So everybody is a self-reflective thinking. First, back then, year 2020, I mentioned about the COVID-19, self-reflection on everybody to try to reduce the negativity, but they didn't continue slightly a little, and then the lockdown, everybody suffers all the way. But then the emergence of 2022, then the emergence of all the just sign and everything, and it is their mental problem that they cause and because of this, then it evolves around the whole world, everywhere you go, including China, for example, so what is it trying to show? And it makes sense. One people, it seems like they are eating sun, and really everybody is suffering. Doesn't care whether you are in Russia, doesn't care whether you are in China or America, whether as a fourth superpower. even in the Middle East. So you can see that, but again, those people that have the lesser hand, of course, forever, they have no survival to live the life of the luxury or whatever. But the rest, the masses, why they want to use the device to say, oh, because the four powers, then they destroy all the four powers in the world. When they try to destroy all the four powers in the world, what will happen to all these four powers? Political power, their power will use, they can abuse misdemeanor power to arrest, to execute, to do whatever, abuse of power, misuse of power, media power for their own advantage. And they can implement more stricter laws on anything, and including the tax laws. So the powers of the 8 powers that's linked to them, they can implement many, especially with laws, higher cost of living, higher energy, higher food. Let's say it goes back to the naughty rights, because they know that they live in a country, they don't live in outer space. Number 2, also power, trap power. The trap power can increase more things negatively. I'm talking all these 4 powers can increase more negatively. And the trap power can increase more power, powers negatively. They can ask more people to go to the sex club or whatever. They can involve in illegal activities and including money laundering. They also need people who are selling kids to do, including products like in Mexico, the cartels. And China, you can use China, any entities to export the instruments or equipment to conduct the process. So number 3, we have the rich. The rich, if they are affected negatively, they may not want to invest. They may not want to buy more companies or invest. Invest really means to write off the amount of money so that they can help people to be employed or the economy of the country to grow or to maintain the economy. So you can see all these things are happening. At the end of the day, a lot of negative can happen on these 4 people on power. And the fourth one is the celebrity. In the end of the day, it doesn't affect so much of it. But the funding and all this can portray the world as negativity. The movies that come out it can be very pessimistic movies, including thrillers, dramas, action. More and more dark force in power, more and more dark force killing people, a lot of violence, unity, graphic or whatever, violence or unity. So I see things can get worse when you work on all this. But again, at the same time, to make sense of everything, we should not create a wider between. Because I said, it is the increasing percentage of suffering on each and every entity in their own country all over the world. With the 6 global crises, 6 global peace walking, followed by power struggle between among all entities, the human civilization is increasing every year. Now you have poison created by and you're going to increase it at now. Is it you are trying to fulfill the doomsayers belief, the doomsday believer, or the certain percentage of Christians or Catholics that believe the end of the world is in hand. So you can see that in the end of the day, whatever entities, there's a lot of illegal activities, true, but they are not chargeable income. So in the end of the day, just continue to do whatever they want to do until they are chargeable in court, even individuals in Singapore. That's what I say. No need to be suspicious over others or nothing at all. Because it doesn't help. It doesn't help. My package is that you can say it's really complete, everything. And we continue that process, it makes no meaning. That's why sometimes I don't stay indoors because over the weekend, so much excitement. And every day I always go out, I don't stay indoors. So if what happened if they're not going to disturb me, I also want to go out because my leg, I need to walk, and continue to walk and exercise. So sometimes the food I eat also very important, and the drink that you drink. So maybe I change my drink. Maybe it's the Daisani. It's not this one, the other drink. Maybe for you because I know I drink it for you. Okay. And then yesterday I never eat maybe the Mr. Bean. Other than that, I never take the sugar free and maybe the Fanta. Fanta is okay actually because in maybe I also take Fanta. So it could be the this one, Mr. Bean. So every time I say don't take this one, they every time ask me, want to take, want to take. But I go Dunkin' Donuts something for me one. Crispy Kreme, the got one last one. But I don't know where to buy. Buy later, yeah, Krispy Kreme. So yeah. But the only already I buy two already. Actually that time I buy three lah. The Mother's Day one. Then Mr. Donut. Wait until after Saturday, I think. Then they Ang Mo Kio one night. Then go and do it. After I come back. So on and on every week. Every month, 1 week. I go overseas to see what it's like. Sometimes I go to Malaysia on twice a month to see what it's like. But some I went really don't see. I just go to JB because it's very so I can share and go back with people as well. But the world is getting worse. It's not getting better. So we need to continue make sense of everything. Not anyhow to think anyhow issue order. Like, this is all 积少成多 small gathered into the worst situation. So my advice to everybody, don't compare others, compare ourselves. No one is good. If not, just leave us alone. Okay, I will say it again. So you can see the wind factor is happening. After the rain, the wind factor. So this is you take note. Sometimes it could be no rain. So I was talking of the I don't know how to observe wind factor. The wind factor is going to affect the whole world. Yes. Just continue their daily activities. Hello, I'm back already. Everybody can see me. And you guys are having the mind to cover whatever situation you can. Thank you. When I was in Philippines, when I was in the toilet, they want the female people to imagine skin cock. I'm not trying to imagine. They see my cock and they imagine sucking my cock. That's how they believe it. when I was in China, in year 2012, they tried to set me. They tried to say that one time pro China. They are not. They just trying to play corners. And then they want to go army, but I'm pro. But that's not the council, they want me to keep it. Then the CIA, FBI, the Chinese civilization used the methods to try to represent China. But once they try to represent so this is how the non-human Google that tries to be relevant in the wrong way. To try to play politics every minute, every hour when they use Google. So they use the device to take for try to link to China, to America, to show what they can do. But at the end of the day, the China, American government, they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate whatever they do. Because they destroy the people in their country. And they're not happy. They sometimes try to blend the trend of the eagle blue and they don't know where the source of purple is, and sometimes they try to use dark blue as scapegoat, as evil. So these are some of the movies or anything, and then cartoons or trying to portray purple or dark blue or any other color as evil. So it can try to cycle people's mind. They can try to cycle people's mind to think differently. So that is the problem. Even the dogs, many countries, they try to have this, but later they found they receive a lot of poison. And then in the end, they cannot take it. And they decided to convert like Vietnam into cats. But still after they also receive the cats and everything. And then try to accuse people as crazy and they use the methods. As far as the device is now, everybody lives in a market. They use it artificial. Everybody is living it. But then they differentiate between what is artificial and what is real. I don't know what that is. I cannot remember. The just always send. This is device so happy, but they have no image of themselves and they keep sending until they forget. So they are living in a young human kind of. And sometimes they try civilization because maybe they receive the poison and just their character, the chemicals in them, and they try to continue to show determination in the long run. So this is how they are doing. The chemicals actually program them. The chemicals actually program them. They are being brainwashed by the chemicals, of course. The chemicals are kind of businesses. The chemicals continue to brainwash, program internally and by the external environment. If they're born in outside of China, it's different. If they're born in China and they come to Singapore to live or to migrate, then they say, I know a lot about the country. It's not it's from my observation, because I live in China. So if they're born in, I say in Malaysia, they are different. But if they're born in Singapore, but they're born in China, they were they born in China, they will whether they go outside as nationals or Chinese civilization. Then they will not change. Even they migrated. How many Chinese civilization we going to sacrifice to? How many of people we going to sacrifice? Because sometimes the Chinese will also receive a lot of money from other sources, which cannot be known. But in Singapore, they will cheat. Instead of using the money transfer here, transfer there, like in Philippines, they cheat the Chinese civilization. During the company fund, you treat people. Whether they are Chinese civilization or Chinese national, migrated Chinese. So sometimes they give them money, and then they treat them. Someone pay for their bills. Give is not the right thing, because sometimes it can be suspicious. You give people cash, every one of them $10, you can be very suspicious. If someone pay for their food, but sometimes they don't want to link to these people, so they ask somebody to take the rep, to pay for their food, or to keep the money, but to pay for their food, or to pay for their expenses. But nowadays with all this PayLah, PayNow, so easy transfer all these things. At the end, you press the ATM transfer. Whatever is, so you will see a variety of people. In many places, there are variety of people. They see only in HDB. They never see in Simei. They never see in Tampines. They never see in Harbourfront. Every place is different. Don't always think that they suffer against everybody. You go out and see. Or can someone drive them around and see the beauty of Singapore and how much people spend money that nobody's there. More than me, every day. Every day. Can be company, can be individual. Don't perceive life as negative because doesn't mean they live here means or live in an environment that's poor means outside is poor. No such thing. You go and see. Everywhere I go, every day, every weekend, I see how people spend their money and what kind of money, what food, and what they spend. So you see, you can get all the details. And then you go to supermarket in the shopping center. Sometimes they go to buy things. Sometimes they go to the movies. Sometimes they go to F&B. All these you can see the trend. Everybody has different payday. So some they are payday today, some people Tuesday, Wednesday. So mixed use. People can spend money. Go anywhere. Geylang Serai. What are you see what they do? Money buy vegetable, grocery. What time? Every day always the policeman. What are the daily activities of crime? Their daily activities, everybody's the group, the mass, not individual. The group. What time they go to the black market. So don't always look things as negative. Be optimistic and continue or don't give up and try to make money. Not whatever I can make money. I know what I'm doing. So don't always get. Some people they work because they are stuck. Foreigners, their income is at least every year. All you want to do. They can need to try to manage. But Singaporeans only opportunities for them to make money. Foreigners are restricted. But locals, the foreigners, if they are like companies, investors, or business, their business, of course, there are lots of money. One thing important of foreign workers, whether whatever they do, they have fixed salary to manage their expenses. Now they don't always underestimate outside. And they can be using the government's money. That one doesn't matter. Most important, I said, life outside is not as what you look at. Nobody spend, nobody eat, nobody dance. Go city all every day during lunchtime. You see many people. Lunchtime, dinner time. So many people around this time you can see at about 11 o'clock. Everybody go out. 11 o'clock people drunk. All go out. 10:30 people start slowly going out. So if they, as I say, it's young, when you can walk, keep walking. Don't give up. Because when you really try not to walk, or try to depend on the chain, that little chain of this, what you call that, the car, the motor car, or the apparatus to use. The worst is because walking will allow a lot of ventilation system. So nothing will come for you. It's just it's not, it's just issue of I think my own first not really good. That is sitting eight and we try not to eat like only I try not to eat too much sugary stuff. And then and sometimes they look at the Chinese, they always believe in Chinese. The more they believe the Chinese, the more they be psycho. Don't believe. This all the Chinese, they have the strength immune system. They have their chemicals in them. It's like that. It's like all the same. mRNA is mRNA. Until they improve mRNA. But then with chemical inside, they cannot improve. Because they do not know the name of the chemical. Nobody is improving. It's kept secret for many years. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do my things. So doesn't mean if they no money they go out work. Early in the morning they need to go exercise. And after that, anytime nearby there we'll just walk to the Bedok Central, then got movies, and got this library, and then the interchange I think is a year. Maybe lah, but I don't want. I know what food I eat is suitable for me. So I always eat the same food. I don't like to eat anyhow go to unless small things because my stomach very sensitive. So I have to be careful with what I eat. So I say the more you work on people, the more the people believe in. They themselves believe in, not the victim. If the victim believe they are already, then they will be work to act out in real life. I still remember that boy, the young man, where he walked around in transfer side clothing. I don't know whether police catch him. Maybe the police arrest him. So don't act out in real life. It's so silly because you can't be proven in court. And they are not taking responsible for whatever the people act out in real life. And they are not taking responsibility. So don't really so this now they know who has to try to cycle everybody. Because how they cycle, they try to make everybody use the earpiece they listen are being used by their tool of distraction. When they use the device to try to cycle my mind, and then I just play the process with them in the thinking of this and in the thinking of that. In the end,